Hey everybody, happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling valued and purposeful. Hope you have some plans on a Friday night or weekend to make you unwind a little bit and connect. I wanted to lift you up a little bit. I wanted to inspire you a little bit and put some light onto maybe some dark areas. Maybe you're feeling like life isn't going the way you wanted, or the cards are stacked against you, or you never got the respect you deserve. All those negative emotions and feelings that come out of life and how we live it. I just want to bring a little positivity to you here to send you into the weekend, because maybe you haven't thought about for a second that you're right where you're supposed to be. We look at life as this linear process, when we all know, I think we hopefully should know by now, we've all experienced some of it or something to some degree, that it's not linear. It's never like that. It's left and right and up and down and curly Q, and that's life. But what I find interesting is about this concept, if it doesn't mean that things that happen to us throughout this journey, this wild journey, aren't supposed to happen. This is where we go a little deeper. This is where we get a little bit more spiritual. This is where we get a little bit. This is where we're going to dive below the surface. All right. So let's just walk with me on this one. If you look at life as realms or as chapters of a book, you're born in chapter 1, you die in chapter 15, whatever that is. There's a journey to that. No chapter is linear. And this is why I say realms or chapters are probably a better description for life than a plane, right? Because we know life is not a straight plane. And so realms, right, or chapters, these are areas of our life. We leave one, we go to the other. And if we think of life this way, we are always right where we're supposed to be. If you think about it, right where you're sitting at or standing at or walking right now when you watch this video is right where you need to be, and that's setting you up for the next chapter, for the next realm. Sometimes we don't understand that because we look at each chapter, we want it to be a standalone. We want each chapter to start the beginning of the chapter and end, and each chapter is beautiful and tells us crystal clear story. But that's not life. Sometimes we have chapters in life. You could have this amazing opening chapter full of inspiration and wonder. Even chapter 2 is amazing, but then chapter 3, some messy stuff happens, and chapter 4, it gets a little worse, and we just think life is over and all this bad stuff. But really, when we pull back, the final chapters of this bad boy, the final realms we walk into, are going to be much different than where we're sitting at right now. So I just want to put some light onto that for you, that if you think that your days are over or the best things are behind you, that's just not true. That's the fear, that's the illusion of life. But you're in a realm or a chapter of life now that it's setting you up for the next chapter. So master this chapter, master this realm, learn as much as you can, because when this ends, and it will end, you'll be in another realm or another chapter of life, and you're expected to know more and do more and level up and get to the end of the story. So we have to learn now while we're in this chapter and realm, so we're prepared for the next one. So it's a great way to stay positive and to embrace optimism and spirituality as a way of overcoming things. You're right where you're supposed to be. So we don't have to get mad about life, and we don't have to get jealous of other people. Right where you're supposed to be is right where you are. So we have the ability to make choices of how we're sitting in this space. Do we learn as much as we can while we're here, or do we waste the opportunities that God has given us to learn while we're in this realm or this chapter? So let's all get to the end of our story. Let's tell these final chapters, whatever that final chapter is for us. We want to tell beautiful stories in that, right? So I think that starts now. I think we're in these middle chapters of life, and the middle realms is equally important as the beginning and the end. And we have the ability to show up each day and make conscious choices, to be intentional, take action, and be disciplined in our work. So I just want to give you a good shout out here, send you to the weekend flying high. Hopefully you're not beating yourself up with negative self-talk, and you're just loving yourself a little bit more than maybe you are. Look in the mirror and be proud of yourself. You've done a lot of good things. You've probably done some bad things too, and that's called being human. So congratulations for being alive. Go into the weekend, embrace optimism, embrace your journey of life as a celebration for what you get to do and what's yet to come, not what you've lost. This is a journey I've been on myself. So, I'm speaking to myself just as much as I'm speaking to you, but I've learned a thing or two along this way. And I think gratitude has powerful emotions that can move in our life and bring wisdom and bring success and bring people that are the people that you want to be hanging out with. So that comes from embracing every realm, every chapter, and living in it. You're right where you're supposed to be. Have a good weekend.